And we'll ring the bell as a sign for our health and healing, as is our theme for the day. Yeah. We're going to start standing. And we're going to begin just by standing, feeling the feet, lift the heels and place them down, lift the toes and place them down, and just lift the shoulders up. Breathe in through the nostrils, hold the breath in for a second, then out through the mouth, let it go. Breathing in, squeeze the shoulders up, hold the breath in for a second, then out through the mouth, let it go. Let's try that again, breathing in. Hold those really high, those shoulders, and out through the mouth. And we'll just take that a little bit further. So we're going to ease into our practice slowly, lifting and rolling the shoulders back, bending the knees, letting the whole body join in. See, my knees are bending, and the whole body's just gradually starting to get a bit more agile. We're starting to just ease out that tension, which is, the focal point of our practice. First things first, just let's see if we can engage with that tension that's forward with the shoulders now, and just see if we can ease it out, like combing out all that kind of entangled spaghetti, if you like, combing out the energy. So that energy can flow, we can feel a lot more relaxed. And we're just going to get these shoulders going as well. We'll take left foot forward, right foot back, knees nice and bent, left hand on left hip. Hold on to the fingers lightly, and let's get this right arm swinging. This is always a really, really effective way of feeling a bit more energized, a bit warmer at the end of the day. And we're just going to take that arm around in big circles. So make sure that you're not going to, before you do the big circle, obviously, that your arm isn't going to smash into anything. And get that really moving, but keep the rest of the body just relaxed and keep breathing to remind the rest of the body just to stay stable but relaxed. Oh yeah, already that feels better. And swinging the arm, getting a bit of momentum going. And then we're going to go forwards with the arm. Breathe, breathe. Yeah. Bringing some wind into your sails, or just unraveling this wing, this lovely arm. Let's see how that feels. Move it around a little bit. And take the right foot forward, knees nice and bendy. Right hand on right hip, holding onto the fingers lightly. Let's swing this left arm forwards and back. Get a bit of momentum. Yeah, just the weight of the arm doing the work. Breathing, and we're going backwards first of all. Nice big circle. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. And we're getting that a little bit more energized now in the arm. So we're going to take the arm forwards now, so get a bit of momentum again. And now forwards with the arm. Taking that forwards again. Keep the rest of the body engaged, but not tense. So keeping that breath moving. And slowly come to a stop. Take the feet apart. Let's just let the arms swing heavily in front of us, knees bent. A bit like a kind of, a gorilla here. We're just letting the arms swing, long, heavy arms. Yeah, just release, release, release. It's all about the release. And we're going to take the hands to the hips here and get the legs a bit more active. The upper body's starting to warm up, so get the legs active by bringing the heel to the backside quite quickly, warming up the legs. Yes, movement creates more movement. We move the body, we activate the inside and the outside. We lift the knee, keep the chest open, keep the shoulders down, keep the back of the neck long. We're moving those feet really fast to activate, to get things moving, get the blood moving around. Let's take the legs out to the side now. So this whole hip and legs start to get a bit warmer. Particularly, we've been doing a lot of sitting at a computer, not moving very much. It happens a bit more in the winter months. I'm going to lift the knee and open it out the side. Lifting and opening. Lifting and opening. Easing out the hip. Warming it up. Oiling the joints. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Just enjoying that movement. Just noticing if there's a bit more space available as you move. We'll come to a stillness. Let's take the hands in front and behind. Yeah, shifting energy, kind of sparking the air, making our space around us, casting our little circle around us, our little bubble there. Yeah, and then we're going to take the Tai Chi twist. So feet apart, and just bend the knees, letting the arms swing heavily around the body, coming up onto the toe, letting the backs of the hands smack into the lower back. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, just easy, flowing. Yeah, breathe, breathe, breathe. Slowly let the arms come to a stop. And we just take the backs of the hands onto the lower back. The whole area might need a bit of activation. Yeah, and then we'll take the knuckles either side of the lower spine. Get that energy rising up, easing out the tension. Yeah, feeling a little bit more ease in the body. When the body feels a bit more ease, let's bring the fingers to the chest. And the mind follows usually. Sometimes it's difficult to, if the mind is very busy, if you're very active, it's very kind of feeling very tense and stressed. Sometimes just starting with the body, because it's more tangible. We can actually, do things with the body. So going for a walk, moving the body, exercising, even if you don't feel like it, but particularly if you don't feel like it, but it can make a shift in your mental energy. That's what we want to do. Whole area there. Let's take those fingers to the head as well. Let's just, break up all that kind of stuckness that might have gathered in the head, in your brain, in your thought patterns. Just like break it up, as if you're shampooing with the fingers in the skull. Yeah, feels good. And release tension in the jaw. I just rubbing the cheeks there, release that tension, and just take those fingers around the jawline and come into the ears. Always feels good just to pinch from the top, pinch and pull the ears. Really good points for releasing tension here. Yeah, put the palms together and shake the hands out. Okay. So I'm just having a little bit of a shake here as well. So, again, with tension, it's getting in the way. The tension, just having a little movement, shaking out, engaging with that. So we have the knees nice and soft. Let's do these little shakes, the shoulders and with the legs. So the whole body is just getting a little shake up. And let the sound out on the exhale. It feels really good just to make that sound. Legs and arms. Yeah. Oh, much better. Take the feet. Well, the feet can be quite wide actually. We're going to come into this side stretch palm tree in preparation for our standing posture. So breathing in, stretch the arms up above the head. On the exhale, we're going to lean over to the left. As we lean over, stretching into the fingers, really pushing into that left foot on the ground. Use the inhale to lift up and use the exhale to do the other side. So go in time with your breath. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling to the side. Good. Let's do a couple more of these, breathing out. So we're just letting the sides nice and long. And also this stretching up just engages the whole body. And starts to bring a bit of vitality and energy into the body. Breathing in one more time and then breathing out, lowering the arms down. Good. Shake the hands out. Just give the legs a little shake as well. Just to, again, just feel your whole body, feel that point of contact, the feet on the ground. And we're going to stand at the front of the mat, come into a Reconnect, triangle. So check your feet are hips width apart, parallel with the feet. Connect, feel the ground. Hands together, breathing. Place the weight on the left foot. We're going to step back with the right. Right foot points forward. Left foot at a right angle to that. Hips face the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Palms can face forward here to really open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to your left and down. Connect with that lower leg, front or back of hand, and then reaching up with the right hand away. As that right arm reaches out, the right shoulder sits back, and the left shoulder kind of comes forward a little bit as well. So you're pressing into that leg, slightly taking that left shoulder forwards, turning the head to look up at the right fingers there. Just bend and soften the knees to make sure that they're not locked. We don't want them locked, we want them to be lively. So you can feel your feet, wiggle your toes, feel your feet, feel your legs. Feel that right hip is really holding that position. It's not coming forwards. It's staying above the other hip, reaching up to encourage that. Yeah, making sure the neck isn't lolling there. It's long. It's in line with the spine. Breathe. Use the inhale to come up, maybe even bend that left knee to soften that. And the exhale, lowering the arms down. Come up the posture smoothly and with poise, bend into the right knee and spring to the front of the mat. Find that poise and grace. Weight onto the right foot. Step back with the left. Good. Square the hips to the long edge of the mat, facing them. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Stretch up, breathing out, bring the arms down. Breathing in, open the chest, shoulders down, away from the ears, long neck. Breathing out, over to the right and down. So make connection with that leg. You don't have to be so low down. Just find the position where you can really find the quality of your posture. Reaching right up into the fingertips of the left hand. Also, you also can always put that left hand behind the back if this feels too strong or this doesn't feel right to you. Soften the knees, feel the ground with the feet. Breathe deeply in and out through the nostrils. Fuel your posture. You engage with the body in this way, really finding the length and space in the limbs, fueling it with the breath, feeling the structure here. And we energize and release tension, develop stability. Coming up on the inhale, maybe softening with that right knee, and exhaling, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a moment here. We're going to come straight into a reverse triangle, so shift the weight onto the left foot, step back with the right. Just swivel that left foot so both feet are facing forwards. Breathing in, lift the arms up. We do this in stages. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, turn to your right outside leg. Breathing in here. And then the out breath, the left hand comes down to the outside of the right leg, maybe down to the ankle if you're okay with that. And reach up to the ceiling with the right. And then take your gaze and your chest is wanting to look up at that right hand. Make sure the legs are engaged. Don't lock the knees though. Breathe. It's a strong twist. You're going to feel your breath is much more restricted with this twist. Particularly in the chest, you'll feel that. There's much less space. But we still breathe deeply because with this restriction, it increases the capacity of our breath. One more breath in. Now bring the right hand down to the right foot and just step the left hand across to the left foot. So we're in this forward bend here. We come out of this posture smoothly. Take the hands to the hips, look forwards, lift the elbows so your chest is forward and you're looking forwards, your back is straight and strong, belly is strong, legs are strong, soften the knees, breathe out. Use the inhale to come up with a nice straight back and breathe out, good. So we're going to go to the side. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest. Breathing out, turn to your left. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, the right hand comes down to the outside of the left leg. Maybe, however far you're down, you feel okay. It can be the ankle. If you've got the ankle, you can really hold on to the ankle, and it does give you something to hold on to. It makes it feel more stable. Reaching the fingers up to the ceiling, turning your head, trying to get the shoulder down away from your ear. It's more difficult in this position, but keep making that effort to create space. You create space with your breath. Create space with your intention. Feel your body. Enjoy that engagement with the whole body. You'll feel it getting warmer as well, I'm sure. Now bring that left hand down to the left foot and just step the right hand across to the right foot. Let's take the fingertips to the center. Come up on the fingertips, look forwards. Take the chest forward, breathe in. And then breathing out, forward bend. Get a little bit of a stretch on the back of the legs. We'll try that again. Breathing in, coming up, look forwards. Breathing out, forward bend, flattening the hands. If you need to bend the knees slightly, please do. Let's take one more of those. Breathing in, come up on the fingertips, look forwards, chest forwards. And breathing out, forward bend, flatten the hands down. So now just take a moment to bend the knees, let the body hang on a wide leg, ragdoll. You might even want to have a little swing side to side. Maybe your arms are on the ground, maybe you're holding your elbows. Have a gentle swing. Your arms on the ground, you can just shift the weight slightly from the left to the right foot. Just again, bring a bit of ease into the back. Let the head hang. Let the upper body relax. Knees are bent. And then come to a stillness. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Slowly unfurl and uncurl. Leave the arms hanging, leave the knees bent. And we just come up to standing slowly and smoothly. Unfurl, uncurl to standing. Good. Okay. So now we're standing. While we're here, let's just slightly turn the feet out at a 45-degree angle for our goddess. Feels like a good moment to do that. So bring the hands together. Breathing in and breathing out, the arms come down. So we just do that movement a few times without the expression. Breathing in, hands come up, breathing out. Get this lowering down of the hips, strong here in the thighs, drawing up the pelvic floor. Good. And breathing in, breathing out. Fingers spread wide. Breathing in, hands go up, breathing out. It's a strong position. Let's do one more without the expression, just to get the body ready. Now we're going to do it with a full goddess fire. So don't forget, the tongue comes out the mouth. Eyes wide, ready. Okay, breathe in. Good. And let's try again. Breathing in. Yeah, let the fire out. Don't keep it inside. Breathing in. Good. Okay. Let's bring the feet together. Give those legs a little shake. Give the arms a little shake. Yeah. Oh, good. Come to the front of the mat again. Feel a bit more like the fire is moving around. I hope. I'm going to come into a warrior 2 now. Virabhadrasana 2. Put the weight on the left foot. A big step back with the right foot. Big step. Much bigger step. And also the foot is slightly pointing forward. The toes are slightly pointing forwards. The forwards being the front of the mat. Square the hips to the long edge of the mat. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest as well. Lift the ribs. Lengthen through the body. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in. Expand between the fingertips. Look down the left arm. As you breathe out, you bend into that left knee. So we're going to move in and out of this one because it's really good to move. Breathing in. Lifting the chest, lengthening the legs, pushing up through the feet, breathing out, sinking down. The knee only goes as far as just above the ankle, hovering above the ankle. Breathing in, breathing out. So as that knee's coming forward, just feel the other end of that elastic is that right heel all the time. Breathing in, lifting the chest, lengthening the back of the neck, breathing out, sinking down centrally. Body is straight. Breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, sinking down, pushing into both feet evenly, breathing in. Body is long, back of the neck is long, fingers extending away from the heart center, breathing in, breathing out. Let's just rest into this posture now. So even more emphasis on that back foot. Feel that you've really got the weight even between the feet. Adjust. Most of us will most likely need more emphasis on the back foot because we tend to take all the weight forwards. So take that. Strong right thigh there will help. Shoulders down away from the ears, long neck, keep the chin tucked in slightly. Make this very strong, engaged posture. Come up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale smoothly, bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Notice the difference between the sides. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side now. So put the weight on the right foot and take a big step back with the left. Great big step. Get your feet steady. Left foot slightly pointing forwards. So think about that the position of the hips, so pointing the tailbone down, strong belly. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Lengthen the body. Breathe out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Good. Breathing in. Expand the heart. Breathing out, bending into that right knee, making sure it's not collapsing inwards. It's hovering above the ankle. Almost, imagine there's a slight pressing, the inside of the thighs being pressed out. Use the inhale to come up. Exhaling, bending into that right knee, pushing into that back foot. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep the chest lifted. The abdominals are engaged. The back is engaged. Everything is feeling lengthened, engaged, energized. Breathing in, breathing out. And that breath will keep everything moving. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. So you're keeping this frame, really maintaining this frame. Everything is extending away from each other. And the breath is moving within the frame. Breathing out. Breathing in one more time. Breathing out, just seeing if you can hold the posture. Sink into it a little deeper as you breathe a few times here. Pushing into that back foot. Strong left thigh. Extend, expand. Back of the neck long. Breathe. Looking down that right arm. Breathe. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale. Bend into the left knee. Bring yourself back in front of the mat. Take a moment there. Okay. Let's just come into a ragdoll, just to bring a bit more ease into the back. So the feet are hips apart still. And we just let ourselves gently kind of disintegrate. I love this disintegration. So the head starts to get heavy and the hands start sliding down the fronts of the thighs. Everything is just starting to hang. The knees are bending. The head is heavy. Feel the weight of the head is just pulling you down, anchoring you and sinking you into the ground. So the knees stay bent, which means the legs have to work. The feet are nice and open on the ground and the upper body is totally hanging from the base of the spine. The whole upper body is hanging, the arms, the neck. Breathe into the nostrils and this is where we can do some releasing breaths out through the mouth. Feel free to make some sound. If you feel like, I just need to sigh, do it. Yeah, why not? You have permission. Breathing into the nostrils. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So we bring some of our focus and attention now to the base of the spine and start to lift from that point, keeping the knees bent. See if you can keep the knees bent the whole time you're unraveling. What you'll find is your knees have to come forwards and your thighs have to come forwards. It's almost like a rolling up, and the hips come forwards, then the belly, then the chest. Finally, your shoulders lift, sink back and down, and the head lifts up, nice and open in the body. Good. Lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. And again, we'll just try that a few times. Just feeling the feet, feeling the energy in the feet, or energizing the feet. Good. So again, front of the mat. Another, it's a side plank stretch that starts like warrior two. So weight on the left foot, take a big step back with the right. So we're kind of doing the same thing to begin. So get the hips level to each other and the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest. So we come into this warrior two as we breathe out, checking that knee is not collapsing inwards, open. Yeah. And then we just take that left forearm down onto that left knee without dropping the right shoulder forward. It's still open here. We let the right hand fall forward down to the ground. If you want, you can take that hand to the ground if you have the flexibility and you find that useful. Otherwise, you can take that right in this lovely arc, the right hand, and then it comes up into this lovely long line. So it's not going up, it's going in line from the back of the right foot, a long diagonal line. We're really extending and emphasizing that line. With your hands on the floor, we still make this long diagonal. Now look up at the ceiling if you can. This will help to prevent your body flopping forwards and your hand falling in front of your face. Better to have this openness in the body. Breathe. Breathe. So to come out of this, you need to bend into that left knee a lot, sweep the arm down to the ground and inhaling, come up. Lovely strong movement. So it needs that bend to give us a bit of power to come back up, lower the arms down, bend into that right knee and bring yourself back to front of the mat. Good. Step back with the left, big step. Oop. Big step. Get nice and wide between the feet, get the hips level to each other, kind of long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up, lengthen the body, lift the ribs up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest. Breathing out, bending into that right knee. So we're in warrior two, again, opening the hips here. Now we're going to just lower that right forearm down. We're not leaning, keeping that nice and open. Chest is open. Then we just swoop, or you take it to the floor if you want. Swoop that left arm down to the ground and then forwards. Palm is just facing the floor and looking up at the ceiling on the inside of that arm. Wherever you are, with your hands on the floor or here, this is the emphasis here, this line. So you're pushing into the floor with the left foot still and extending these fingers away. So making it really long. Feel the lengthening happening in the side waist there. Breathe. To come out of this, bend into that right knee, let the arms swoop down, and use the inhale to bring the arms up, like you're flying, and bring the arms down on the exhale. Bend a lot into that left knee to bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Okay. Nice strong posture there. Wide flank. So we're just going to come into a little squat here. Just let yourself ease out those hips, which have had a good stretch there. So just let the head hang forwards, let the arms hang forwards. If your heels are off the floor, so if your heels are like this and you're kind of teetering, put some padding underneath, cushions, blankets, anything. And let the body just hang forwards, let the arms hang forwards between the knees there. Breathe into the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Really feel the release in the hips and in the neck. Then we come back up, bring the hands together, get the elbows in between the knees, wherever the knees are, you know, but even if they're quite close, depending on how open you are on the hips. And then we're just going to press the elbows into the inside of those knees. So bring the hands to the heart center, lift the chest towards the hands so the back is upright, strong. Good. Breathe. Good. Then we take the hands to the ground, come again into a ragdoll for a moment, leaving the knees bent, leaving the body hanging there. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. And again, feel that energy starting in the base of the spine, climbing up through the vertebrae, through that central column, waking up the whole body, uncurling, unfurling to standing. Let's have a little bit of a loosen of that now. So take the feet a bit apart, knees bent. We'll do these little twists again, just to loosen everything up, release any tension. Yeah, smile and enjoy, bend the knees. Just feel that freedom in the space around you. Your arms are just swinging freely. Feel that freedom, the space, the air. Yeah, good. Okay. So we're going to do two postures joined together. So really super fast, I'm going to show you. We're going to go to a forward bend. And then we're going to come out the forward bend by bending into the right knee and coming into a warrior three. So it's a strong balance. You can keep your arms here, or you can take the arms forwards or have them by the sides. That's kind of a super fast version, just so you can see what's happening before we go into it. So we take a step onto that right foot. It's about a couple of feet in front of the back foot. It's not a big step. Both feet are facing forward. We take hold of the elbows behind the back, open the chest, lift the chest, look up slightly, so lengthening in the spine, and then we go into this forward bend. It's like we're pivoting from the hips. Keep the back really strong, leading with the chest, strong belly. Soften that front knee slightly, but not bending it. And we're coming into the forward bend first of all. I'm not going to stay here too long. If you feel a bit wobbly, just widen your stance which way is on the mat. Breathe. And gradually you're going to bring your body down to this front leg, the right leg. So as I said, we're not going to stay there too long because we've got to come into a warrior 3 now, which is strong posture as it is. So we're going to move from this posture. So you need to bend into that right knee, the leg we're going to be standing on. So this right foot, and start to lift the back leg off the ground, start to lift the body. You might be looking at the ground, you might be looking slightly forwards. And we're just going to try and get the body and the leg all in one line. So pointing the toe or pushing the heel away. But whatever you're doing, you're engaging with that one way or another. You can take the hands forward if you want to. And we're going to come out of that posture, bringing that left leg down. Okay. Now we're going to come back and try the other side. So we take a step forward onto the left foot now. Now change which elbow you held. So there's one way you'll naturally go to. So you're going to go the other way with the elbows. Breathing in, lift the shoulders high, lift the chest. Breathing out, we're going to come into this forward bend. So leading with the chest. Legs are staying straight but not locked. Taking the body forward, strong belly, straight back to begin with. And then when you've gone as far as you can with a straight back, then you can start to bend the back as if your head wants to come onto that left shin. Forward bend, so strong legs. Chest is open, which is encouraged by holding the elbows there. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. Long, deep breaths. Now we're going to come into this balance. So, take your time, keep breathing in and out. Don't hold your breath. Bend into the left knee. Take the weight into that left foot without gripping on the toes. And as you start lifting the back leg off the ground, start to lift the body as well. So it's strong in the body. And either have that right toe pointed or pushing the heel away. And like I said, you can hold on to the elbows still, or you can take the arms forwards. Breathe, 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 breathe deeply. Yeah, it's a strong posture. It's not an easy one. And we slowly, if you can, lower that right leg down. Undo the arms. Let's just rotate the wrists a little bit, loosen that all up in one direction and then the other direction. It's all about the movement and staying engaged with ourselves. So watching those hands, staying engaged and aware of our experience as it's happening. Present moment awareness. This is the route to actually happiness and feeling present. Okay. So we're coming into another squat, but we're going to come slowly down. So let's take the feet hips width apart, parallel. Breathing in, lift the arms in front of you. Breathing out, slowly squatting down. So the strong belly here is required for a straight back. Take the hands forward, sitting back. The bottom's going back. And we're coming slowly down into this squat. But what we want to try and do here, catch yourself, but we want to come forwards, onto all fours. Okay, so find your way to that position. And then just take a moment to sit back in the heels, stretch the arms away from you, bring them forward to the ground. Breathe. Expand the back ribs, the back body. Breathe deeply. Feel the front of the body in contact with the legs there. You might want to widen your knees slightly, whatever feels good to you. Open up these ribs. Feel you're really expanding the breath. And the quickest way to do that, the most efficient way, is to really release and squeeze all the breath out. And you'll find as you take the air in, there's much more space, there's much more capacity to follow if you've emptied out fully. Okay. So from here, we're going to just do a little bit of moving and breathing using the inhale, come up onto all fours, and the exhale, the hips come forward, the chest opens, the shoulders go back, down away from the ears. Breathing in, onto all fours, breathing out, sit back into the heels. Let's do a couple more of these. Breathing in, breathing out, open the chest. Don't forget those shoulders really want to go backwards, but also downwards, away from your ears. Inhaling, exhaling, sit deeply back. Take those sitting bones deeply back into the heels. This feels so good. This is a great standalone practice now, just doing this on its own. Great little practice for warming up the back. And also, when you really focus on your breath and movement and harmonizing these things, you know, it really helps to calm the mind. And also engaging with your spine, you know, the spine is aligned with the nervous system that's going to impact on your nervous system as well. And lengthening the out breath also, this is key to calming the system. Let's just sit back in the heels for a moment. Take a rest there. And then come on to all fours. Take the hands back underneath the shoulders. So we're in this tabletop position. We're going to do a bit of movement here in this tabletop position. So first of all, we're going to extend that right leg back. And we're going to point the toe. And then that's inhaling. Take the chest forward at the same time. So we've really got this long line. And as you breathe out, we're going to make a nice curved arch spine, bringing the nose towards the knee. You might even get the nose to touch the knee, who knows? And we'll just follow that without putting the knee down. Inhaling, exhaling. We'll do a few on this side. Breathing out. Breathing in, lengthen. Take the chest forward, shoulders back. Exhaling, bring the nose towards the knee. If you're finding that strong on that left knee, keep going. Then you can always pad up by doubling the mat or putting a cushion or blanket underneath that left knee. Inhale, so this last one, exhale. Right knee down. If you want to have a rest in between, just sit back into the child pose, but we otherwise switch knees. Again, if this knee, maybe this knee is more problematic than the other, just make sure you double the mat up or triple the mat up or put it under a blanket underneath there. Breathing in, taking that left leg back, lengthen, take the chest forwards in the opposite direction. And as you breathe out, you're arching the spine, so the middle of the back is lifting to the ceiling, the chin comes to the chest, the nose comes towards the knee comes towards the nose. Breathing in. Making sure your fingers are spread wide, the palms of the hand are engaged with the ground. Exhaling. Inhaling, extend. Exhaling. Squeeze all the breath out. So we're doing this in time with your breath. Don't worry if you're a bit faster or slower than me. That's okay. Following your breath, letting the breath be in charge. One more. And exhaling, bringing the nose towards the knee towards the nose. And we'll just take another little sit back. This time we'll just slide the hands forward into extended dog, so it's slightly more opening on the chest area. So your bottom is not reaching your ankles. It's a little bit strong. You may or may not find your head makes contact with the ground. Whatever feels better for you. Spread the fingers wide, engage with the ground, feel the ground with your hands, lengthen through the back. Just by keeping that length on the spine, the sitting bones are attempting to reach the ankles, but they're not going to get there. And this opens the chest. So breathe into the chest, breathe into the heart space. Good. I'll just walk the hands back, sit back into the heels just for a moment. Spread the fingers wide. We're going to come up into a downward dog. So we're coming up, keeping the hands where they are. So we're not here on the tabletop, the hands a bit further forward. Tuck the toes under, breathing in. Lift the knees off the ground into downward dog, looking back towards the feet. Push back through the hands. Open the chest. Take the shoulder blades away from each other. Soften the elbows slightly. And we'll just walk the dog a little bit. Your backs of your legs should be fairly warm by now, but it always feels good just to move, bending one knee, pushing the other heel down. Just I'll make that a bit more exaggerated. See how much you can bend one knee. So it's almost like you're getting a bit of a twist in there as well. Good. Breathe. Keep engaging those hands, fingers and the palms with the ground. Don't let the knuckles lift up. Good. So we'll take a small side step with that left foot, and we're going to do a few little leg lifts on this side. If you need to have a rest in between, please do. Otherwise, lifting that right leg up and bringing the right knee in. As you lengthen, again, you can look up and look towards the hands, similar to what we just did with the cat position. Breathing in, extend. Breathing out, bringing the nose as if your nose is going to touch your knee towards your nose. Let's do one more of those. Breathing in, breathing out. Place that right foot down. If you need to have a break in between, you can do that. Otherwise, just bring that right foot to where the left foot was, replace it, and lift the left leg. Breathing in, look towards the hands, lengthen. Breathing out, bringing the nose towards the knee. This is really going to energize your body. Breathing out. Breathing in, extend, point the toes, look forwards towards the hands to really extend the back, and then really curve the back, bringing the knee towards the nose, bringing the chin into the chest. Good, one more if you can. Breathing out, bring that left foot down, walk the feet towards the hands, come into a ragdoll, so the knees are bent, let the body hang there. Breathing in through nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. And we will again come to standing slowly. So feel the base of the spine, feel that energy rising up. Keep breathing in and out as you unravel, and enjoy that unraveling, coming back to standing. Okay. So we are standing again. Let's just find ourselves, find our feet, and look at your feet. Lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Yeah. Bring the hands to the heart center. So we're standing in Tadasana, the mountain. So we're really making an effort to stand with good posture. So rather than having the bottom sticking out, and kind of whatever we're doing, we're trying to stack the joints on top of each other. So the knees are on top of the ankles, the hips on top of the knees, this pelvis is slightly tilted, so you're pointing the tailbone down, strong in the belly. See how that really holds everything together here. And away we lift, so we lengthen this front, lift the chest, shoulders sink down, fingers are almost reaching towards the ground there. Back of the neck is long, chin is slightly tucked in. And then we bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, Anjali Tadasana. So close your eyes for a second, just see how that feels. Feel your feet on the ground, feel your head is in the heavens. Feel the length and space in your body, slight pressure between the hands. It's the yin and the yang, the opposing forces, the two hands, but pressing evenly so you feel that kind of balance. Feel a sense of stillness here. Stillness in the midst of all the little movements that are happening. We are attempting to stand really still, but there's lots of movement happening. You can feel your balance adjusting all the time. You can feel your breath. You can feel the blood moving around the body. So there's always movement. And then we're going to just come into a little breathing and moving and intention. So breathe in. As you breathe out, let the fingers just point down to the ground. And breathing in. Bring the hands together. Watch the hands as they come together. A beautiful moment where the hands come together evenly. We bring them into the heart center, so that unification. And we point that to the ground, looking down at the ground. Inhaling, open the hands up. Thumbs come out. Fingers are spread wide. Inhaling, bringing that back into the body. So just a way to really calm and expand the breath. Breathing in, open up the body, receiving, becoming receptive to whatever we want and need. So bring to mind something that you really want or need right now in yourself. Bring it into your mind and imagine that's just arrived or is arriving. Imagine that's just coming to you. Whatever that thing or things you feel you need, whether I wish I had more space in my life, more support, more calmness, more energy, whatever you want, more love, more attention, more affection, more surprises, whatever it is that you want. You can have more than one thing, you can have as many things as you like. There is abundance in this world. So we'll make one more, so really open up the hands. Scoop it all up, stretch out, bring it all in, bring it together, bring it into the heart space. The heart space is infinite. So it's got plenty of room in there. Close the eyes, just feel all of that landing, all those desires and wishes and dreams and hopes, and wants and needs. all landing in this expansive, infinite heart space. Yeah, plenty of room. And breathe into it. And smile. Feel that sense of gratitude as those things are arriving. And let the hands just drop down. Again, we're going to just come into a little squat here. So feet hips width apart, bring the hands forward, breathing in, and slowly lowering down. Take the hands forwards, take the bottom back. So they're going in opposite directions. They're counter balancing each other. Strong in the belly here. See how slowly you can go down. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Come down, catch yourself. This time sitting back, taking the legs forward, bouncing knees up and down a little bit. Okay. So we're going to come into a seated forward bend here with a one-legged version. So we bring that right knee right in. We'll bend the knee right in, the right lower leg right in tight, and let that right knee fall out to the side. If it's high, like if your hips are quite tight, then the knee will end up being quite high. Put some cushions underneath it. Support it. It'll make it much more comfortable and you'll be able to work a lot better. So now we take the right hand onto the outside of that left knee. Sit tall. Take the left hand behind you. Bring that close to your body. Start by breathing in and lifting the chest. So you really feel that front of the body is lengthening, shoulders down. As you breathe out, you're just going to twist around to the left, taking the body around and letting the head follow the body. Pressing against the outside of that left knee. And using that arm, that forearm, as a support for your back. It's connected with your spine. It feels so good to feel that the back is leaning against the arm and the arm is pushing against the back. It feels like really mutual support and gives you a centered feeling. Keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. One more breath in, then untwist to the front. And the body just magically is in line with this outstretched leg. Toes towards the ceiling. Breathing in, extend the arms up. Look at the back of the hands. Take the hands forward. Take the chest forwards. So the chest is coming forwards. Back is long. Let the hands land on the ground or on the leg. Keeping the eyes focused on those toes. So look at those toes. Really interested in those toes. Not interested in looking at the knee. Okay. Breathe. If you can take hold of that foot easily, that's okay. You can try that. Another thing you can do is you use a piece of fabric or you have a strap or a belt or something. You can take it around the edge of the foot as well. But without straining. This is what we don't want. This sort of strained shoulders. The shoulders come back. So that's the kind of useful thing you can do if you like to. Looking at the big toes, taking the chest forward. Come back a little bit. Breathe in. Make space for the air. And breathe out. Take the chest forwards. The chest is coming forwards. The tailbone, the tailbone is going backwards. So we get this lovely lengthening feeling. We're creating space in the body. Creating space in the body. Breathe. Don't be disheartened if you feel like you're a long way away, and to get that quality, you have to be a long way away, body from the leg. This is much better. You're working consistently. It takes a long time to get from here to here, but the journey's worthwhile because it's really wonderful to go on that journey. So breathe, breathe, breathe. Walk the hand back up the leg. Reach up with the arms. Breathe in. Breathing out. Bring the hands down. Good. Lift that right knee. Lift the left knee. Hug the knees. Let the body just curl around your legs. Hug your knees towards you. Let your face fall down to your knees. Breathe into your back. And then sigh out through your mouth. Stretch that right leg out. Bring that left knee right into the body. Nice and tight to the body. And let the knee fall out to the side. Maybe that left foot just sits against the inside of the thigh. Right toes towards the ceiling. Sit up nice and tall. Put a padding underneath that left knee if it's quite high. Left hand on the outside of the right knee. Right hand behind. So bring it close to the body. We don't want space between the arm and the back. So you could be on your fingers. You could be on your hand there. I start off usually on my fingers. Breathing in. Lift the chest, lengthen the body, and breathing out, twisting around to the right, the shoulders going behind, and the eyes are following, and the nose. You can press against the outside of that knee to help you deepen into your twist without pushing or forcing. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhaling, just twisting a little deeper. Good. One more breath in and untwist to the front. Good. Leg and the body in alignment. So breathing in, extend the arms up, look at the back of the hands. As you breathe out, already start to open the front of the body, take the chest forwards, extending. That the hands land on the ground or the leg, or maybe they're holding the foot. All the time the heart is wanting to connect with those toes. It wants to move towards those toes. Breathing, come away a little bit. Breathing out, take the body forwards. Stay with it. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Breathe deeply. Keep your focus on lengthening the spine, keeping the shoulders down away from your ears. Good. Again, you can use that cord around the foot if you want to, or the belt, or sock even. You can use a sock. All the time aiming your heart towards the foot, lengthening the space between the heart center and the tail, making that long space. Now we're going to walk the hands back up the leg. Breathing in, lengthen up, stretch up to the ceiling with the hands. Lengthen the spine, breathing out, bring the arms down. Lift that left knee, lift the right knee, hug the knees. Round your back and hug yourself there. How nice that feels, just to hug yourself. Releasing breath, so breathe into your nostrils deeply. Sigh out the mouth, let the face fall onto the knees. Yeah, it feels good to do that. Okay, we're just going to come into a cross-legged position. I'm going to do a little breathing practice. So if you want to put any warmer clothes on, you can do that. We're going to do a full yoga breath before we come into our relaxation. Good, okay. So you might want to sit on a cushion as well, that's fine. And just have a little bit of a jiggle. In fact, we'll just lengthen the spine up here. Let's give it another reminder to sit up tall. So insert the fingers, stretch the hands up. Breathing in and then breathing out, lower the arms down, but maintain that lovely upright open spine. If you're feeling really tired, you can always lean up against something, sit up on a cushion, make it easier for yourself. Don't put yourself under any strain. So full yoga breath. To do this, it's sometimes called the 3-part breath, but actually it's all one breath, but it's a good way of learning it. So if you're not familiar, if you are familiar, we'll just, we'll take it through the stages. First of all, the abdominal breath, and if you feel that that's all you want to do today, that's fine, because that's a really powerful, useful breath. So placing a hand or some hands on the belly there, just so you know where the area you're aiming to get it down to, because commonly we breathe very shallowly, like just here. If we breathe at all, we often breathe in, go around with the breath held all day. So we're going to counteract that to really calm and slow everything down. So as you breathe in, you feel this belly start to expand. You feel, but we're really feeling this diaphragm, that muscle here, right in the bottom, is expanding as the lungs and the capacity opens up. It's pressing that muscle down, and we're actually exercising and strengthening that muscle. So great if you're singing, to get your breath capacity increased, which is also very good. For general health, just increasing your breath capacity, breathing in. So as if you're filling up a jug with water. So we're breathing and we're filling it up with breath. And we just focus on that. You will close your eyes if you feel it's easier to focus. Expanding and contracting. And just as important as expanding, more important even, is squeezing all that breath out. So you feel your belly just flatten down, belly buttons coming back, squeezing everything out before you allow the air to come in slowly and with control. Expand. You can just stay with that abdominal breathing if you want to, but if you want to go to the next middle area, It's the ribs. So either holding the ribs like this across, so crossing the arms over, or having the hands here. So you can feel the area you're breathing into. So we'll just feel into that area, making the ribs expand, forgetting the abdominals now. We're just focusing on that area on its own, breathing in. So you feel these rib cage expand, the wings come out, and you'll feel them deflate and you know, kind of flatten down. So really exercise this area. Expand as you breathe in and contract, squeeze in as you breathe out. Let's do one more of those. Breathing in, breathing out. And the final area, moving quite quickly through these, is this collarbone. So again, you can cross over if you want to, so you can place hand or just have them on this upper part of the chest, on the kind of, maybe even the tips of the fingers on to the collarbone. So you can feel this movement here. It's kind of a much smaller movement, much softer, smaller movement, but you feel that. Just lifting there. You can feel it slightly in the shoulders there. Okay, so now I'm going to try and put that all together. You can move your hands as you do that. So we're starting, we're going to give a third of our breath, a third of our capacity to breathe into the belly. So we've got space again then for the ribs to come out for the next third, and a slight lift for the chest. And then as we breathe out, we're going to empty from the top. So we empty out from the top, the chest comes down, the ribs come in, and finally we empty out, squeezing everything out. Belly button coming back, okay? So we'll just start by breathing into the belly, breathing in. Only a third of our capacity, then the next part into the ribs. And a tiny little bit in the end. Lift to the chest. Now as you breathe out, chest comes down, ribs come in. Last little bit out through the belly. So this is what we're doing. So you might want to keep doing that separately, or you might feel like, you know, I could do the whole thing together. First of all, the belly, then the ribs. And last part of the inhale, chest lifts slightly. And the exhale, lower the chest, ribs come in, belly comes in. When you feel ready, you can put it all together. Breathing in, from the base up, breathing in. Belly, ribs, chest deflates, ribs deflate. Last bit squeezing out through the belly. The slower and deeper you can make this. When you close the eyes, you can really feel, it might be quite subtle to begin with, but really see if you can feel each little part, but make it one big breath, always filling up as if from a jug of water from the bottom to the top and emptying out from the top to the bottom. Just following that. For a couple more breaths. Okay. So it's a great practice to do. And you can just now soften your breath. And we're going to come into a relaxation. So you can stay seated and continue with that breath, or just soften your breath and stay seated, or coming into a lying down position, and a relaxation position. And we'll just spend a minute or so just closing the practice, and feeling our body on the ground and relaxing. So we bring the body down, lie down, maybe cover yourself up, putting a blanket over yourself or some socks on, sometimes is good. Slowing everything down now, just for a few moments. Okay, bells have gone somewhere. Okay, yeah. Close the eyes, lying down or sitting, whatever's better for you. Whenever you can feel calmness and steadiness. So breathing in and breathing out, letting all your practice go now and just coming into a very softened breath. Let it all go. Let it all go. Any kind of trying or effort, just soften. All the effort now is on not doing. on undoing, on feeling, and just watching, observing the breath, feeling the whole of your back on the ground, feeling that lovely soft front, open and exposed, the hands on the ground, arms on the ground, the hands facing the ceiling, open, vulnerable, soft. Receptive, receptive body, front of the body is receptive. Receptive, back of the body being fed, being nurtured, being held. Whole body softening and relaxing. When we really relax and soften, we are much more open to receiving abundance of energy and healing that is available to us. Nurture. Allow yourself to receive everything you need to fuel yourself, to power yourself. Just letting go everything. And so we come towards the end of our practice now. Coming back to the body, back to the present moment, back to the room, starting to move the body, stretch the limbs, breathe in deeply, move, wake the body up. Notice how you feel. How are you feeling? What is that level of relaxation? How is the health and healing rolling along? And just slowly hug your knees, stretch, do whatever you feel you need to. And in very much your own way, just coming back slowly and easily to seated. Okay. Easing back to seated. Let's just give the body a little bit of attention. Thank you, body. We're giving a bit of gratitude. Thank you, this body, as we rub the arms, the chest, legs, back, hands. And then we just make some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. Yeah, a bit of vigor. Some sparks of light and energy. And place that over the heart center. Take your focus inwards. Just feel that space around your heart center. Feel that heart center. And whatever is there, is it a flame? Is it soft light? Is it space? Is it a warm beating heart? What is it? What's there for you? Is it is it a breeze? And take your focus inwards and bring to mind your sankalpa, your affirmation and intention. And say those words, a positively framed sentence. Say them to yourself with real feeling, integrity, and joy. Yeah. Good. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for your practice.